welcome into the recap of day one of the 2025 NFL Draft. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Lakeside Bank. Our NFL Draft coverage all weekend long, sponsored by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside has been the number one pick for Chicagoland banking for 59 years. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, they are the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. Okay, one pick for the Bears today. There were a lot of rumors all day long. The betting markets all over. The Bears are going to go get Ashton Genty. People are tweeting, the Bears have a deal in place. All a bunch of nonsense. Do not listen to that nonsense. We've been telling you here on the Recap channel for the last few days, they're not trading up. They wanted to trade down. But because there were not a lot of teams willing to move up and pay the price, the Bears stayed at number 10. And once Kelvin Banks Jr. and Will Campbell were off the board, the two highest graded tackles that the Bears had, they went with the highest rated player on their board, tight end Colston Loveland, University of Michigan, 6'5", 248. Let me read you a couple of comments. And maybe those of you out there who are negative on this pick will have your mind changed, at least your eyes open. Eric Galko, he's the Shrine Bowl personnel director. He chooses the players to play in one of the premier postseason all-star games for draftable prospects. Here's what he wrote. Again, this is a guy who does this for a living. New Bears tight end Colston Loveland was our number 2 player in the entire draft class, excluding the quarterbacks, after Travis Hunter. So let me make sure you're clear on that. He had Travis Hunter, the number 1 player in the draft. He had Colston Loveland, number 2. He writes, he's just a notch below Brock Bowers as a prospect, and he finished the season as the second highest graded tight end I have ever graded. Second highest ever. Great value at 10. Awesome fit with Ben Johnson. That's from Eric Galko. How about this from RG3? He calls him the locksmith because you cannot lock this guy down. 75% of his catches went for a first down. Pat McAfee, Peter Schrager, our favorite pick in the first round. Colston Loveland to the Chicago Bears. Just giving you some ammo. You do with it what you like. People wanted a tackle. So did I. I would have loved a left tackle. Maybe they can get one at either pick 39 or pick 41 or pick 72. Some of those guys are already off the board. They also need a rush edge. Mike Green is out there. He has had off-the-field issues. Will the Bears take a chance if and only if their homework tells them that this is a better kid than maybe he's being portrayed? I don't know. All I can tell you is turn on the tape. As Alex Brown told us on our Lakeside Bank football coverage tonight throughout the first round, that kid's a monster on tape. A monster. He has high first-round talent. We'll find out what happens on day 2 of the draft. Bears also need a tackle. Josh Simmons just went off the board to the Chiefs at pick 32. Ariante Ursary, 6'6", 331, plays with a mean disposition. Olin Kreutz really likes him on tape. He's from the University of Minnesota. I would think he'll go fairly quickly here in round 2. We'll see if the Bears can get him at pick 39. They do want a running back. Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins from Ohio State, Caleb Johnson from Iowa. They are all still on the board. So the Bears pick 39, 41, and 72 as we sit here tonight, barring any trades on day 2 of this NFL draft. We were told there were going to be fireworks all day long. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all telling us, oh my God, there's going to be fireworks everywhere. Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham said yesterday, guess what? This thing could be wild. We saw a quick trade. Cleveland went from 2 to 5, and that allowed Jacksonville to come up. I think Jacksonville made a horrible trade. Not that Travis Hunter isn't a great player. They paid a huge price. I think Cleveland made a very smart move. And then they drafted Mason Graham, the defensive tackle from the University of Michigan. They got a really good player, and they were able to pick up a whole bunch of draft capital after they squandered a bunch to trade for Deshaun Watson. Ashton Genty, his whole entourage showed up at the draft in Green Bay in Raiders gear. They said, we've known for a month that's where he was probably going to be. There was never a trade in place with the Bears. They were never, ever, ever moving up to go get Ashton Genty because the price was exorbitant. That was not going to happen. So let that be a lesson to all of you out there. Don't believe all the rumors that are out there as the draft process unfolds. It's usually not going to happen, and the Bears showed you once they couldn't trade down, which was their preference, get more picks, they stayed right in their spot at 10, and they took the best player on their board. That was tight end Colston Loveland. Genty goes to the Raiders. The Browns, I thought, did a really good job. And, of course, Cam Ward goes number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. Day 2, we'll have a recap when rounds 2 and 3 go final. But it's a good night for Ben Johnson's offense. Now go address your O-line, your D-line, pick up a safety this weekend, and we'll see you ready for OTAs, mini camp, and training camp. The Bears are back, baby. Have a great rest of your night. Again, all of our coverage sponsored by our great partners at Lakeside Bank. Our draft presentation all weekend long. Sponsored by Lakeside Bank, who's been the #1 pick for Chicagoland banking for 59 years. And our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. From our REKAP studios here in the Chicago area, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you with all our content tomorrow. Take that.